Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at Ascension Legends, which is brought to you by Stoneblade Entertainment. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 13 and up, and games generally run about 30 minutes. Ascension Legends is the latest standalone expansion to the award-winning Ascension deck-building game. You return to the world of Vigil in a time of crisis. The muses of malevolence threaten annihilation, and there are few to stand against them. But with the appearance of the muses come legendary characters from Ascension's past. Heroes like yourself, who through their deeds have transcended the bonds of mortality. These legends watch over you as you strive against the darkness, offering powerful boons to those who show fealty to their faction. Starting with a group of loyal but untrained followers, you will acquire mighty heroes and powerful constructs, while building renown with the legendary characters and striving to become a legend in your own right. Ascension is a deck building game. Each player begins the game with the same initial deck of cards, but you will customize and grow your deck's power as you play. On your turn, you will use your cards as resources to acquire new heroes and construct cards for your deck, or to defeat monsters and earn their rewards. At the end of the game, the player with the most honor from acquired cards and monster rewards is the winner. Ascension for me is the whole reason that I love deck building games. It was the first to introduce that center row, just acquiring cards, battling monsters, and all the different expansions that came along after. It will always have a top tier spot when I do like an all-time top 10. It is probably one of my favorite deck builders still to this day. And I love that they continue to grow the system and add even more to it, which is what this video is going to mostly cover. So if you want to see how the game plays a little closer, there's all kinds of great videos to see how it actually plays turn by turn. But here we're going to focus on what's new, because I'm really excited about what's new in this game. And what's fantastic is that all the expansions that came before, you can add on to this, and it just basically adds this new system. And frankly, I don't know if I want to play Ascension any other way. So first and foremost, we have the Legends track, really the main biggest thing that's different in this game. And you'll have heroes from old that you might recognize that have become legendary, with powerful boons that you'll be able to tap into, basically abilities that you'll be able to use throughout the course of the game based on your level, your status, so to say, of your level on the track for that particular faction. And in order to go up in status, you will have to gain renown. Now there's really 3 main ways to do that. First and foremost, just by acquiring a card from the middle row, you will move up 1 space in that particular faction. Now, there are points along the track that will gain you that boon. So you have to use the boon right then and there in that turn. You could use it at any point in your turn, but there are multiple things that these legendary heroes will give you, like drawing a card, or simply going back to your discard pile to grab a hero and put it on top of your next draw pile. So lots of different things that these heroes can do for you, these legendary heroes. And you know, I only had the 4 to look at and play and try, but of course there will be more to tap into. And if you defeat a monster, you'll move up the track 1 space for that particular faction. Now again, if you defeat multiple monsters, or you just basically acquire multiple cards, you move up in all those different tracks. Or maybe you're focusing on a single track, because one of the big things is that once you move up to that 12th spot, you yourself become legendary, which does help speed along the end of the game. But the thing here is that you then can acquire or defeat a card of that faction for free. So obviously focusing on a single faction and moving up to the very top is going to be something very, very powerful to try and do in the course of the game. Now, the third way to get renowned is through card effects. Maybe you discard or banish a card, I should say, to gain 1 point in any faction that you so choose. Lots of different types of variances through the different cards, and it's also important to note that this deck with Legends is completely new as well. Now, there's also threshold cards, so to say. You will have to meet a certain threshold of that faction, that level of renown, basically along the track. And if you are that level, then you get a bonus action from these cards. So those are really powerful as well. And you know, they obviously will gain in strength through the course of the game as you move up the various tracks. Now, there's also some card types that are returning, like these multi-faction cards. Again, these cards are going to be a way to move up the renown track, but you get to move up in every one of the factions that they represent. Now, it can be monsters, constructs, or heroes that all can be using these multi-faction, so they're really going to add a lot of ways to move up the different renown tracks very quickly. And Unite makes a return as well in a couple different ways. First, you have heroes like Void Heroes or Enlightened Heroes, and if you can play same type of heroes, then you can get a bonus like drawing an extra card, so uniting those abilities, so to say. And then there are emissaries, and I really like this idea. It really pushes the boundaries of the game a little bit. So emissaries can unite as well and gain their special bonuses, but they can also allow you to move up further on the Legends track, getting you faster to where you want to be. But if you happen to have one of each type of the different factions, it does give you another type of win condition. Yes. So, typically you're just after honor to win, but having all 4 of these emissaries uniting in strength will cause you to win. And the thing is that, it's going to be hard to do because everyone's going to be on the lookout for it. But it does give you something interesting and new to strive for sure. And then finally we have monster remnant cards. And here, if you defeat these monsters, you're going to be moving up the different legend tracks, you're going to get honor, and if you happen to play a card from the original faction, you're going to get bonuses from these as well. So lots of neat things with all these cards, the Unite, how you get bonuses based on how you play, and the key thing is how you build out your deck through the course of the game in order to take advantage of all these bonuses. All right, folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, that said, again, this was just a look at what's new. I'm pretty excited about this Legends track. Like I said at the top of the video, I don't think I want to play Ascensions without the Legends track. It adds so much more to strive for as you move up the track and get those boons and eventually become legendary yourself. Just something really fun about that, and how you unite cards again and all the new cards within the deck. Some really neat things going on here for sure, and just how the game can be expanded and how this standalone expansion is a great way for new folks to jump into the game and then expand it themselves later. I just think they've done a fantastic job with this system, and just where they're going, I can't wait to see what else they add to it. But folks, ultimately, if this looks like something of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it from me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you like this review or whatever you just watched, wasn't it amazing? Check out our channel, Dice Tower. We have all kinds of things. We review games, we do top 10s, we play games live. It's all about board games, but especially the people who play them. Check out Dice Tower YouTube channel.